Can I get over 100 miles per gallon? Last year, you may have seen I took my 1.9 TDI Polo across the UK and I managed to break 87 miles per gallon. And with everything I've done to the car and what I'm going to do today, I think I can get even better. The way that I'm going to test this is by driving to Caffeine Machine, the hub for cars, caffeine and machines. Of course, refueling it before I leave and refueling it at the end of the day. And then, with a few quick calculations, I can work out what I've done. Of course, the question is, why am I doing this? Well, the car's going to be going for sale in a few months, so this should hopefully boost the value. So the question is, what am I going to do to improve fuel economy? I mean, I've got a few ideas in my brain, and if you saw my last video, I stuck blue tape all over the front of this thing to make it more aerodynamic and slippy. And I'm still going to be using that tactic. However, I'm going to take it to the next level. I think you'll like what I'm going to do. And with a few other things I've done over the last year, fuel economy should be way up. I mean, what I've done is remap and service the car, and then I took out the big silly aftermarket air filter for something more standard. And with all of that mixed in with 55 miles an hour behind a lorry, I should be way beyond 100 miles per gallon. I mean, this is a 1.9 TDI, 1.9 PD best engine, and I will fight anyone in the comments who tells me otherwise. So, first thing to do is change out these Porsche wheels, because not only are they way bigger than the standard ones, well, they're heavier, which means fuel economy is just going to be terrible. So this, well, it sounds quite simple in your head. Take some wheels off, put some wheels on. However, because the Porsche wheels are a different lug size, they've gone from 5x100 to 5x130, which means I've had to put these adapters on. And, well, it was all going well. 1, 2, 3, 4, till number 5. Because they're Loctited on, they're not coming off. Not without heat, power, or a massive bulldozer. So the Porsche wheels are going to have to stay on, which means the whole point of the video is ruined. Anyway, let's go do this.
Put fancy diesel in it?
I want to put old school diesel. No fancy diesel. And one click. Right, I'm done.
Okay, filled up to 1 click. Turn on, let's go, let's go, let's go. No messing about, no messing about. Reset the trip, reset my MPG screen. Happy days. Please, car. Please, just sip fuel. You've got all the tape in the world. Second gear. Oh, let's get cozy and go Caffeine Machine. I'll be honest, I'm already hearing I'm hearing tape all over the car rustling. I mean, obviously we put the cheapest tape onto a Volkswagen Polo. You can't expect much else. And just like that, I'm in 5th gear for eternity now. Let's get cozy behind a lorry. Now, usually I'd have that sunroof open. Because of MPG, sunroof's staying closed. It's hurting my soul, but what else can you do? I'm behind a Polish lorry.
I see you. I'll get out of that lane soon, by the way.
Now, I have got these clever little things, walkie-talkies. Because I've got my mate Harry in his car, who's about to overtake any second now, well, he's sort of a backup car. He's the one to film. He's the one to tell me when the tape's flying off. And as well, they are quite cool because breaker, 1, 2, 1, 2.
4, 5, 7.
Yeah, they are quite cool. I'll be honest, mate, I'm going to need a lorry soon.
Well, I can't just spawn one like GTA, mate.
Harry, spawn me a lorry.
How many miles per gallon are you getting?
Do you want me to tell you what the screen's telling me, or do you want me to lie? The screen's telling me right now half of what I'm meant to be getting.
Hey.
Man, look, I'm telling you. Tesco lorry! Tesco lorry!
I see it, don't worry.
Oh, hello, baby. I'm going to snoop in right behind you. Do my racing stripes look good?
Amazing.
So I did touch on this before, but why am I doing this? Why am I driving 120 miles to see what MPG I can get? I mean, the car's going to be going soon. I'm selling the thing. I'm going to move on to something else. I still don't really know what yet. Right now, my number one car's Audi TT. I absolutely love them. I'm in there about £1,500 for 150 mile an hour, 225 horsepower, four-wheel drive, 6-speed turbo manual. It's all the keywords that a man could want on Auto Trader packed into one car for 1,500 quid. Hold out your hand, give me it. Then again, though, other options. I could go get a BMW Z3 with a straight 6. I could get a Golf GTI. I could get a plethora of things with a V6. But what do I want? I don't really know. I really don't know. I mean, you can probably all tell me in the comments, keep your Polo, it's better. The Polo is the safe answer. Keeping this that does loads of MPG and looks quite good, and honestly, really quite fast without remap, that would be the safe thing to do. But I don't want it. I want some fun in my life. I'm 18. I don't want a diesel. I want something a bit silly and a bit loud. It does really annoy me though that I can't put those standard wheels back on. I mean, that was the whole point of the video. Put the standard wheels back on, which are thinner and going to be better on fuel, and then I can put some silly aero ducts on the rear wheels. I mean, I've done it slightly with a bit of tape, but because those Porsche wheels are so much wider, I just can't do it. They're sticking out further than my arches. Alright, I'm going to go for the overtake and try and get behind that lorry.
Good luck, good luck.
The slowest overtake in history. No one's ever overtook at 55 miles an hour.
That was more like 50, mate.
Maybe my speedo's a bit out, but I'm saying I'm doing 60.
We're doing 51.
I'm sorry, my speedo is out by 9 miles an hour.
Got bigger rims on it, remember?
Bollocks. Oh, look at this horrible, horrible Audi.
It's yellow, isn't it?
Oh. Someone would have bought that brand new an option to piss yellow as the colour.
I mean, we're getting overtaken by another truck, mate.
Double MPG. See, it doesn't make sense to me because I've got 87 miles per gallon before and the car's fine, and now it's saying like 60.
Yeah, I did wait at the tape.
How heavy do you think tape is? I've got steel tip.
Have you put on a few pounds by any chance?
Well, I might be a bit bulkier than last time.
I know it's all the top five.
How many miles we got?
51.
Great.
That's minutes, sorry, 51 minutes.
Great, so we've got about an hour to go.
Put your foot down, lad.
I can't put my foot down. The whole point of the video is not putting a foot down.
We can just edit.
What? Edit my screen to 1 million miles per gallon. I believe that.
I'm sure they will.
Harry, there's a Kia with a chameleon window tint. I hate it!
And it has the M Sport mirror caps and louvers.
Oh, what a stupid man! See, my little screen here is telling me 61.4 miles per gallon. 61. Now, I got 87 before. Admittedly, the screen at the time was telling me about 76 when I got 87, actually, when I filled it up and did the maths. So, I have to get, what, 85 MPG to get 100 realistically? And I'm on 61. 60 now because I'm going uphill. Like I said, if the car's screen is reading 85, then when I actually put fuel in, that should be enough. That's another 20 MPG to get. Where am I going to get 20 MPG from? I mean, I can't streamline myself, I'm in the car. It's a big brick at the moment. And at the moment, and the closest lorry is another couple hundred metres down the road. I can't keep up. I think the best thing to do is just hold this button on the end of my indicator stalk. Have it display off. Now I can't see. I'm doing 1,000,000! Ah, happy days. I mean, the racing stripes, they're still on the car, so I've got that sporty feeling. But all the tape on the left-hand side, with all the masking tape from Harry, yeah, that's terrible. It's just flapping about. Every second the wind hits. Thanks, Harry. Sorry, I mean, you're in front of me. I don't know why I'm talking to the camera. Oh, we're behind a lorry going downhill. Happy days.
What more could you want?
My live readout is telling me 126, 93, 81. No, go back up! 141. Oh, just sip, please. Just sip. Polo, please. Polly the Polo. I'll bring your name back. I'll call you your name. Oh, this challenge is an absolute shambles. See, I can use the radio, but I don't know how that's going to affect electricity and fuel economy and all that shit. And more importantly, I haven't got Bluetooth. Same issue I had last time, which means the best channel I'm going to get. Let's have a look. Capital Anthems. Let's see what's on. Hopefully it's not copyrighted. It will be. It's copyrighted. Harry, I'd love to challenge you to a game.
What is it?
So when we get to Caffeine Machine, obviously big car park, loads of cars, we each have to. So I'll say an interesting car and you say an interesting car. Alright, let me word this better. Alright, we both name a car each. Whoever sees that car has to pay for drinks, or the other way around.
Fair enough.
As in, so like, let's say I think, like, we have to say a supercar, Audi R8. You name a car. Aventador.
Yeah.
So if we see an Aventador, you have to pay for drinks, and if we see an R8, I have to pay for drinks.
Change me car.
No. Alright, let me go from the beginning. If you see an Aventador, you have to pay. No, hang on. What way are we doing this? Alright, well let's both pick a brand new car, and whoever doesn't see that car has to pay for drinks.
Okay, sound. I'm gonna go for a Nissan GTR.
Like an R35 GTR.
Yeah.
So if we see an R35 GTR, who's paying drinks?
You.
Okay. If we see a Volkswagen Golf, you have to pay for drinks.
No play.
Don't know why I went for a GTR, mate. Obviously, we're going to see a Golf. Golf is the most common car in the world. Yes. So we go to Caffeine Machine, we'll have a car park. If we see a GTR, I'll pay for drinks. If we see a Golf GTI, you pay for drinks.
No, I say just any golf in general.
So if we see any Golf in general, you're going to pay for my drink.
Pick one brand like the Mark 1, 2, 3 or 4, something like that.
Mark 5 Golf. If we see a Mark 5 Golf, you pay for drinks. If we see a Nissan GTR, I pay for drinks.
Nice, then we're coming up for this next one.
Happy days. I'll be honest, it's currently 2.5 degrees outside. My car's telling me there's a frosty snowflake symbol, and I can't use my fans, or aircon, or anything. My toes are freezing. My Air Max Plus are not doing very well to keep me warm.
Oh no.
Yeah, that is the issue of walkie-talkies. I don't know what the legality is, but I did just listen to someone else's conversation. Ooh, hello to Samira. Harry, do you remember these lights when you had your Subaru Impreza and I had this car before the remap and I absolutely smashed you in a drag race?
Yeah, because my clutch burnt out.
The clutch wasn't the issue, it was just slow.
And that. First exit this roundabout, first exit, over and out, over and out.
Over and out, over and out, first exit, over and out.
First exit, over and out, over and out.
Oh, have you thought of a CB name yet?
No. I'm going to go Warwick, like Warwick Davis, you know.
As in the famous midget, Warwick Davis.
Yep.
Why are you going to go Warwick Davis?
saw Warwick on a sign, and I thought, oh, I just remember the TikTok meme of him tucking his bollocks into his wellies.
Is that you? Oh, I think Harry's just blew up. Oh, there's a Jag as well coming up.
I've just been overtaken.
Oh, it's a supercharged R! Who driving me says? Oh, yeah.
If you look into this part of my passport, it brings up to my Her Majesty's reference.
So, what's MPG saying? Do you want my honest answer? It's 67. There's no lorries. I'm stuck behind nothing. I can't really do much. I'm just hoping suddenly we go down a massive downhill stretch for about 20 miles. However, I don't think it's going to happen. Keep watching till the end though, because you never know. I do know it's not going to happen. Somehow though, all of the tape's still in my car. I'm fairly sure I've still got my rear arches. In fact, let me work out. Let me just put my electric mirrors down. Yep, still got rear arch tape. It's actually a really good feature. Thanks Volkswagen for adding in these electric mirrors so I can check on my rear arches. Good job. So, sit rep. The walkie-talkies died, despite being fully charged, so that was, 40 minutes of use. Fuel economy is terrible, and I've lost Harry, and I've got no idea where I'm going. Oh, I'm sorry, Ranger, I can't move out. Oh! Come on, we're nearly there now. In a nice little quaint place, we've got a little cottage going on, some trees, all steam's coming out of his house. Oh, it's like 1939, just with less German bombers overhead, and famine and poor people. And I'm really hoping we see a Mark 5 Golf. I mean, that's like the most common car on UK roads, right? I mean, there's one... Oh no, I don't want to be buying drinks. We're going to a supercar, mate. Obviously there's going to be a Nissan GTR. Everyone of my mum's own a Nissan GTR. No!
Finally though, after about 60 miles, loads of ranting and a very, very cold Harvey, we made it to Caffeine Machine.
Yeah, do you want to see what the MPG is?
Kind of, yeah.
So 100's the target, yeah? 100. Yeah, 67.4.
I decided to put this terrible, terrible number in the back of my mind for a moment and enjoy Caffeine Machine and have a look at some beautiful cars. And of course, later on, I'll find out that MPG screen was completely lying to me.
So yeah, Caffeine Machine. There was no GTR or Mark 5 Golf, so we were each just buying our own drinks. So the game was pointless. Brilliant. However, there's some very cool cars here. There's some Escort in like a glass box, like it's being held hostage. There's some mad Stratos with a supercharged V6, and also Winston Churchill's here. His old Bentley. I mean, I'm surprised he's still kicking, but fair play, fair play. But yeah, it's definitely time for a hot chocolate, and then I've got to, I think I've got to add more tape to the car. Because 67 MPG, I'm not a mathematician, but 67, yeah, that's not 100. So you're gonna have to go extreme and do some thinking.
So what do? How can I get another 40-ish MPG? Well, I thought about it and there's only one thing I could do, and that was to add loads more tape.
Alright, let's go. Instantly on. I know it's terrible for a diesel just to turn it on with no heat, but I'm trying to get fuel. Let's get back home. I'll be honest though, this car did, it got a few looks going into and especially exiting Caffeine Machine. I mean, what else can you expect? It's a Polo on Porsche wheels. And covered in blue tape, of course. Yeah, I've got many questions asking why, how, are you stupid, and what's wrong with you? Two lovely guys come up to me and just think it was the most amazing thing in the world. It's a Polo covered in blue tape and Porsche wheels trying to get 100 miles per gallon. Oh, yeah, the tape has now, it's gone to the extreme level. Like I mentioned, there was no luck at all to get those wheels back on. So unfortunately, I've got no real air ducts on my back, but I've made up for that by putting all of the tape, all of it, onto the front of the car. I've also taped myself on the door, which means I did have to climb in, which was a bit embarrassing. But I think with that tape on the front, covering the grille, yes, I may overheat, but I'll make it 100 miles per gallon. It can happen.
And with darkness falling, I edged closer and closer to home.
Oh, red light, please, turn green, please. I don't believe in God, but I will if you turn green. Oh, he's real, people. God lives amongst us. Oh, I knew it. It's the big guy upstairs, thank you. And the big guy upstairs has now gave me another red light, so, oh, another red light. What did I just tell you? People aren't going to believe in you now. I don't know how to put this easily, but I slightly got entangled with Harry in a race. Well, not really a race, sort of who can hit 60 miles an hour first. Well, obviously it's him, he's got a much faster car, and fuel's not looking good. I'm just hoping that screen's 40 miles per gallon out. It's not. You can stop watching now, it's not out. Oh, come on, Polo. How did I get 87 before? 87? In my head, the PD is the best engine. It's all round. I mean, it's still good fuel economy. I mean, the screen, screen's telling me 66.3, which has gone down another 2 MPG, which is that's terrible. But if it is 40 MPG out, 106, let's think of it like that. You know what I should have done? I should have got a low loader, parked my car on top, gone there and gone back, and I would have used absolutely zero fuel, which means the MPG would have just been, what, infinite? I don't even know. The maximum, all of it. However, I think charging a low loader would have cost me more than this. Oh, I'm getting tired now. So about 10 minutes to go now. It's getting dark. I'm real hungry now. And yeah, news just isn't good. 66.5 MPG now, which I think is actually less than when I last told you. I don't know what's happened. Big wheels and the remap, I suppose. Maybe that's why the MPG is so bad. But considering I got 87 before on the same wheels pre-remap, it boggles my mind. It has to be down to that remap why the fuel economy is so bad. And no one calls 66.5 MPG bad, but I will. I mean, I can't even say I'm disappointed in my car. It's my fault. What do I do? Literally a couple miles left, and I have to gain 33.4 MPG in about 4 miles. You can do it. So unless I fill it up and magically the screen's completely wrong, I'm afraid we ain't doing 100 miles per gallon today. I still love the car though. It's brilliant. It does everything I need. It's a great first car. To anyone out there looking for your first car, go get one of these. They're brilliant. 1.9 TDI Volkswagen Polo. Go get a Fabio and Ibiza with the same engine. They are absolutely bulletproof. When you're really trying, especially if you don't have a remap, great MPG, and of course, loads of power and infinite torque. These things are just brilliant. Well, let's at least try and creep up any miles per gallon I can before I actually get to the fuel station. Come on, at least it's downhill, I can coast. Please! Not like this. Oh, Mercedes, move. Brilliant. I can see the petrol station and I'm stuck in traffic. Why is it so busy? Just because it's Saturday at 4:54, perfect rush hour basically. God, it just doesn't make sense to me. Oh, well done, car. You did a good job. Let's find out what we did.
So with the car filled back up with diesel and hitting that first click surprisingly quickly, I then had a good look through my trip, see what sort of numbers I did, and then I let Harry do the calculations. So let's see what we got.
So, that was a long journey, a horrible journey, and one bloody cold journey. Of course, not being able to use any heating and barely even using the lights, it wasn't great. And I mean, look at me. The car looks like a tit. It looks so stupid. And if the screen's telling me right, MPG in the 60s, which is not just a long way off the challenge of a video, but a hell of a way off of the 87 I got before, when the car had much less tape and didn't have a service and a remap and a standard air filter in. But hey, the car's refueled. I think it did 117.1 miles and 5.66 litres of fuel. So I'm Harry behind the camera. Please, can you tell me the results? Nice and slowly so I don't piss myself.
Your miles per gallon was
Yep.
9.
Not sorry. I got stop. What was the first number?
9.
9.
Yeah.
I hope it wasn't 9 miles per gallon.
94.
94.
0.05.
I'm sorry. 94 miles per gallon.
Mate.
I got 94. Ah, I love you. 94. That's better than I'm sorry. Does that mean my screen's off by 30?
Yeah.
Well, to the new owner of a car, the screen's off by 30. So if it says you're doing 1 miles per gallon, don't worry. Oh, this is actually the best car in the world. I'm selling it for £1 million. 94 miles per gallon. Well, on that bombshell, I'll see you in the next one.